What's giggity giggity? What's good, guys? So in this video, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over knit and how we can get into knit and get started with knit, the basics. You feel me? So what am I gonna do right now? So let's go to the base plate. I go to the old school base plate because nobody wants that new shit. You feel me? But I'm just gonna get knit real quick and then I'm gonna get started here. Okay. Alright, so I have the packages folder. Now, if you don't have the packages folder, you need the packages folder because that's what contains knit. So what you're gonna do is type in knit Roblox into Google and should be like the first or one, like the first link, if not like one of the first three links to pop up. And you're gonna go there. That's the knit documentation. Go to installation. Go ahead and get you that RBXM. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So, packages folder. We have that because that contains knit and the associated utilities. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna create a folder in server storage, and we're gonna call that ish services. We're gonna create a folder in goddamn replicated storage and call that mud controllers. And now we have our services and our controllers folder. Now, services are for server side and controllers are for client side. So let's go ahead and create scripts though. Two local scripts. So we need local script here and starter player scripts, and then actually not two local scripts. I'm super tripping. We need a script in script script service. Now I call this knit start server, and then I call this one knit start client. Okay, and so here's what these are gonna do. So first, let's get replicated storage. So replicated storage equals gang get service replicated storage. Then we're gonna get our packages folder. So packages equals replicated storage dot packages. Then we need to require knit. So we're gonna do require packages dot knit. Now we're gonna do knit dot add. Actually, hold up. We're boofing. I needed to put an equal sign right there. So now we're gonna do knit dot add services, and now we need the location of our services. So actually we're gonna get server storage real quick. Server storage, and we're gonna do server storage dot services. Now we need to do knit start, and then function print knit started server. And then we need to do a catch, and then we're just going to pass in warn. And so what that's going to do is it's going to give us our errors, because knit's going to run and do its thing, and it's going to catch any errors that we may have in our program. And so it's going to throw those errors into a warn statement in the console, okay, in the output. All right, so yeah, and that's pretty much that. Now we need to do the same thing for the client. So we're going to go to replicated storage, game, get service, replicated storage, local packages equals actually, yeah, I'm tripping right now. Replicated storage, wait for child packages because it's client. We just want to be super safe that this will exist when we access these mugs. So require packages, wait for child knit. Now we're gonna do knit dot add controllers. Now you're not gonna get that auto for the controllers and stuff. Okay, so anything like controller related. You're not going to get that autofill or whatever, just so you know, but it still exists, like it's still a thing. So yeah, I just want you guys to be aware of that. So we're gonna do knit start and then run this mug function, and then we're gonna do print knit started client, okay? And then we're gonna also catch these mug errors. All right, so that's what we're gonna do for that. And yeah, I just woke up with a ton of energy today. I know I'm like usually like not like this, but you know, just got that energy for some reason. You feel me? All right, all right. So we're gonna do services now. We're gonna go into our service folder and we're gonna create a service. Let's create that module script. All right, we're gonna name this. We're just gonna name this print service because we're just gonna do all nothing but prints. So we're just gonna name this print service, okay? Because it's gonna be all prints, dude. Like we're just gonna print stuff. I don't feel like making anything else. Because the structure's gonna always be the same, right? You can do whatever. So yeah. But let's go ahead and get our variables. I don't think we need server storage for this, but let's just copy this and put it in here. Get rid of this server storage. And let's go ahead and create our first service. So print service. So equals knit.create service. You want to pass in a table as the argument for this, okay? You're going to pass in a table as for the create service function. We're going to do name. Got to do a name. Got to give it a name. That's how we know what our service is going to be and like how we're going to get our service later on, okay? So we got to give it a name, and for the services, we always give it a client table as well. We're going to go ahead and return print service so we don't forget that, and we're going to do two functions here. We're going to do print service knit init, have to call it init. We're using methods, knits methods. So, and then we're going to do print service knit start, okay? So there we go. And now we're just going to do print print service started, and then we're going to do a print print service initialized. Wow. And then, so let's just say, actually, let's leave it there for now, okay? And let's go create a controller first, all right? So we can be on, like, we can really set this up. So now we're going to do our controller. So print controller. And we're going to go ahead and go to our little local here. Copy them. Boom. Might actually not even need to do wait for childs because our controller's in replicated storage, but I like to do it just to be safe. Okay? Just to be safe. And it really makes no difference. So, and it could keep us from having bugs. So let's go ahead and create our print controller. We're going to do knit dot create create controller, okay, because it's not going to show up automatically for us. And then we're going to do give it a name, print controller, and that's all we're going to do for the service, okay? That's all we're going to do for service. We're just going to give it a name. Term print controller, and then again we're going to have our functions. So function print controller knit init, and then print controller initialized, and then function print controller knit start print print controller started. Okay, and so there we go. Boom. That's what we got right there. All right, so that's a quick setup for our controllers. Okay, that's what our controllers are gonna look like. So, you know, it's not very complicated stuff. to set this up real quick, you can anybody could really get started with this like right away. That's been, programming or whatever. So yeah, let's go ahead and create a remote event. Okay, so we're gonna create a remote event and we're gonna do server to client communication. Okay, so we're gonna go here into the client table and we're going to put in this client table, what the heck are we gonna put? We're gonna say print message equals init dot create signal. So we've just created a signal, okay, or a basically remote event. And because signal, I feel like the word signal relates more to at least in Roblox, relates more to bindables. Like whenever I think of signal, I think of a bindable event, which is server to server or client to client, because there's a utility called signal, and that's a bindable. Okay, so or works as a bindable. So let's go ahead and go ahead and get our variable for print, because I like to get my variables up here in the init. That's just how I like to organize it. You can do it all in start, but some stuff you want to do in the start function because you want to make sure that things exist. So yeah, but I like to do my variables in the init. That's just how I like to do things. So how we're going to get this variable on the server or from our service is we're going to do print service, and we can just do self dot client dot print message. Okay, and then down here what we can do is print message or actually we'll do a task dot delay function, task dot delay function, and then we'll just loop through the players. How about that? And then we'll do print message fire player, and then we'll do a default. How about that? We'll do like a default message at the top. So let's go at the top and create our variables to finish this off. We need the player service, so we're going to do players. And then we need our default message. Okay, so default message hey, this a print mug. All right, that's our default message. And so now this should be done. This remote event should be set up on our service. We should be able to use it on our controller. So now let's, oh my God. Okay, I thought I was on the controller for a second because I had it clicked over here. All right, so now let's go set it up. All right, so first let's get our service. All right, we need to get our service, our print service. And like I said, I do that in the init. My variables are always in the init. That's just how I like to do it. How I like to organize, you feel me? So what we're going to do is init.get service and then the name of our service. Okay, and that's why it's important that we give our service a name. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to say print service dot print message connect function. Okay, and then we can connect our function. And you know me, if you have been watching my videos, you know me, I like to have all of my connections in one place. So what I do is I do local functions and I do on whatever my name of my event is. Okay, that's how I like to do things. So then I could just go down here and I can have, bindings tag, and all my bindings are in the same place. I think that's very organized and it's easy to sort through, easy to change things, easy to manage. It does make quite a big difference overall. So and then what we'll do is we'll print this message, and that's it pretty much. And then so we can do on print message, and then boom. So that pretty much is it. And now, yeah, so we don't put the client, we don't do print service dot client dot print message. We don't need to do that. We just do print service dot print message, and that's it. Okay. And so now let's go ahead and print this. We got some errors, and it's a delay error. Let me go in and see what I did wrong with the delay. We didn't put in a delay time, so I'm gonna put 5 seconds in there. And so yeah, as you can see, all our prints here, print service initialized, print service started, init started server, print controller initialized, print controller started, init started client. So all that's working. And I never take away these prints because I feel like I want to see that. I want to see my stuff, working and stuff. So yeah, and it's like, there's no reason to take away these prints. I don't know. I like having them. And then as you can see, we have, hey, this is a print mug. Whatever that means. So as you can see, that is our remote event, right? So that's really cool. And the next thing I want to show you is a remote function, okay? A remote function, and then that's going to be it for this video. So let's go ahead and do a remote function. So we're back on our service here, and we're going to create a function, and we're going to say print service, and we're going to say dot client, and then we're going to put in a method here. So we're going to do dot client, and then we're going to be having what's it going to be? What are we going to do? Print, we're going to do print print secret. Okay, how about that? And then we'll just have a secret up here that's on the server, right? So we'll have like a local, actually we'll make it a constant because we're not going to change it. Local secret is are oranges orange or are they yellow? They're yellow. Okay, so that's our secret. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to say return, okay, because this is a remote function. So we're going to return secret. All right. So now we're going to go over here and we're going to say like, basically like, let's just say, we're going to do another task dot delay. I'm just going to put a task dot delay in here. So we're going to do like task dot delay 7 or whatever. So it's going to take a little bit of time now. So we're going to do task dot delay function, and we're going to say print print service dot, what was our print secret? Print service dot print secret. So we should be getting our secret. That should be our secret coming in, right? Because it's a remote function. So our hey, this is a print mug printed, and then promise started. Okay, that's not it. So let's go ahead and make it a local because we didn't get a value. So secret equals print service dot, oh, print secret, yeah, print secret, and then we're gonna do secret, okay, print secret. So this should be it. And then y'all should know how to, maybe I forgot something, I don't know, but y'all should know how to do it now. Promise started. Wait. Okay, so maybe we have to do what and then. Hold on a second. Because I maybe forgot how to do this for a second. So, give me 1 second. Because I'm pretty goddamn sure that. Oh, Okay, how about that? Yeah, maybe it has to be a method. I don't think that's it. We'll see. I don't think that's it, but we'll see. Actually, that might be it. It might be the method call. That might be it. Um, and that's not it. Okay, so I don't even know what that is, honestly. Promise started. So like whatever. Print secret, return secret. And then obviously we're not using player, so we'll just do player right here. So we might have to do something like this. I think we'll see. Print secret and then function secret print secret. Let's see if that works. I don't know if that's gonna work though, so don't shoot. So I forgot how to do this, to be honest. We're gonna have to read the docs. Oh, see, that is how you do it. Okay. So yeah, are oranges orange or are they yellow? They're yellow. So that's how you do that. Okay. So, and I just forgot to do that. Which is fine, but yeah. So this is how that works. So let me just go over that real quick so you understand. Okay, so what we did here is we're creating a function on the service. Okay, so in order to create a remote function, we create a function and we say our service name and then dot client method, so colons, and then print secret, whatever you want to name it, right? And then obviously you're going to get the player as an argument. We're not using it here, so I put an underscore before it. And then we just returned our secret. So this is the setup. This is the set. This is all you have to do on the service side. Now the controller, we go in and we get our print service. Again, we don't need to do the dot client on the controller. We just call the method or whatever, call it, and then we do a function. We do it and then, okay, function secret, and this is the promise it was talking about, right? So this is what it was talking about when it was saying promise started. And I guess I was tripping because I thought you didn't need to always do it like that, but whatever. So yeah, so we basically just call our remote function on the controller, and then we put this and then we pass a function and the and then, kind of like how we did in our knit.start and then. So yeah, and what this is doing is it's running the function, it's getting the remote function, and then it's running this as soon as it gets that. And then we just run the function, right? And then also we have our whatever we returned from the service right here. So this like little secret we're returning, it passes in right here for this and then function. And then we printed our secret. And so that is a remote function, how you set it up using knit. And yeah, so that's all I really wanted to go over because we could go over quite a bit more, but this is all you like need to know, like absolutely need to know to get started. So I feel like anybody could really get started in it because it's not like super complicated. It's a little maybe confusing at first if you don't know what's happening or you haven't dealt with, some of this type of coding before, but you will get comfortable with it, and you can start organizing your code like this. So yeah, but I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.